Yeah, it looks like the Swifties are having a mental breakdown once again. I can't even feign surprise. And this time it is because Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift's mans, is uncanceling Morgan Wallen once and for all. Morgan Wallen made a stop for a concert in Kansas City at I believe it's the Arrowhead Stadium, right? The big stadium in Kansas City. And he did this walkout on camera with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. And it was a big deal. And everyone was posting it saying, like, we're so back. Morgan Wallen is not canceled anymore because he has the official approval of these people. And he was also wearing a number 7 jersey, which led a lot of people to believe that he was repping Harrison Butker.
That was not
one of the members. One of the players on the Kansas City Chiefs. But that is not true. It was a custom jersey with his own last name on it, not Butker.
He just appropriated somebody's number. He appropriated
it. But that in and of itself was enough to make people angry because Harrison Butker is even more canceled than Morgan Wallen is.
Yep.
But yeah, most of these comments I saw were saying that this is gross and distasteful and that Taylor Swift should leave Travis Kelce for even associating vaguely with Morgan Wallen for a work appearance. This is basically his job, right?
Yeah.
He's promoting himself and his team, and Morgan Wallen is using this to promote himself and his music.
Yep.
It's a work thing.
All of it organized
by professional collaboration.
It's why I always laugh. It's remember, you know, because I always dunk on like when celebrities have to act like friends. I'm like, you know that publicist A, Sherry the publicist called Melissa the publicist, who called Mike the agent, who called Donald the agent, and they set all this up through emails and
they coordinated on the jersey that Morgan Wallen was going to wear.
Somebody had to go make that.
And the fact that Travis Kelce was going to wear a shirt that says "We're beer for you."
Yeah, everything's fake.
Everything's planned, but it was supposed to be just a nice, normal moment.
Takes a lot of money, time, and planning to make a nice little moment.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and we appreciate that. But here were some of the comments. One said, WTF, walking around with a known racist is a weird choice.
Again, he's apologized for his crime.
So what? He said the N-word?
He got caught on a Ring camera saying the N-word with a friend in like 2015 or something.
I think it was in like 2021 that it came out.
Okay.
And
well, it was a long time
Ring
ago.
didn't exist back in 2015.
Okay.
So he was caught saying the N-word in a conversation that he thought was private.
Yes.
And it was leaked to the public.
That was another thing Joe Rogan talked about, how many times he said that word, because there's like whole clips of him saying, like supercuts of him saying the N-word and saying, like, he's like, look, if I'm quoting a Richard Pryor bit, I'm not gonna say the N-word, I'm gonna say the word.
Yeah, and I don't even think the context that Morgan Wallen said it was malicious, if I recall correctly.
No, I think he was referring to somebody as a friend in that colloquial way.
Right, he was basically saying homies.
Yes.
Like, he might as well have just said homies.
Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that.
As far as I remember, that it wasn't like some horrible video where you see him like, menacing somebody, some like black person and calling them the N-word. Like, that's not...
coming in from like a night out drinking or something like that.
Right. And the fact that he was thrown under the bus and canceled for that in the first place is disgusting. Mm-hmm. But, it's been years at this point.
And he even made the mistake of apologizing.
He's massively successful, regardless.
He is kind of proof that money talks.
Yeah.
And that they'll just push through it if enough. Like, what they'll bank on is that most people haven't heard about it because most people aren't, sitting on TMZ or
most
reading.
People aren't chronically online Stan accounts like these people. Another one said, Morgan Wallen, why? This is so disappointing. Another one who has a Taylor Swift profile picture said, oh, another racist friend. What a surprise. And I actually just saw Taylor Swift getting hate. People assuming that Taylor Swift is a Trump supporter because she went on a double date with a couple of Travis's friends who happened to be publicly right-wing, publicly Trump supporters. And you're just not allowed to be friends with Trump supporters or Republicans. You're not allowed to associate with anyone who politically disagrees with you or falls on the other side of the aisle, or else you're just as bad as them.
Well,
so that's the rule being applied here.
This is literally what I was talking about. So I was like it was like Sabrina Carpenter was at like Charlie XCX's birthday, and I am not chronically online enough, nor am I a girl, so I had no idea what that meant, why that was supposedly a problem. But apparently Swifties and Charlie XCX fans are at war.
Well, I only know that Charlie XCX wrote a song about Taylor Swift.
Read
on
this
her
headline.
album. Wait, what is it?
Why
are Swifties and Charlie XCX fans at war? I blame Big Tech. What the fuck? What does that even mean?
This article's over a month old. It says, being a geriatric millennial means I was born too late to take advantage of cheap house prices and oh my God, this person's
Shut up!
Shut the fuck up!
Wait, is this about this song "Sympathy Is a Knife"?
I'm not reading this article because she started out by whining. Woe is me sucks, guys, and you suck, lady, whoever wrote that article.
I experienced the 2008 recession after I graduated college with an English degree.
My problem was that I was 3 years old when the housing market crashed. I'm a whiny little bitch.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna need some time to recover from that.
Everything is so bad for me. I'm a millennial.
It's like, this is the biggest problem you have to worry about, is that like Travis Kelce ordered a Starbucks the other day and he doesn't know that's on the boycott list. Yeah. Like, you are mentally ill. We should bring loony bins back because you belong in one. Another one said, every time I'm coming around to Travis Kelce, he ruins it. This is just so bad. As if anyone was asking you about your opinion on Taylor Swift, the biggest pop star on the planet's boyfriend. As if anyone was asking you for your approval. What is this like overinflated sense of global importance that they're placing on?
Well, because they believe that they're the ones that made her who she is. That
perhaps
her fan base is the ones that they have ownership over.
This is literally what happened with her relationship to Maddie Healy, and they hated on her for that too because he's problematic.
Do you remember that?
And she wrote a hate song on her own fans.
Do you remember the post about like Taylor Swift fans forming a union? Remember when we talked about that?
Wait, was it about?
It was like the satire. At least I assumed it was satire. The thing about Swift fans unionizing.
No, they were like gonna go on strike.
They wanted owners. They want to have a say in who she dates and her private life.
Yeah, they want to cast a vote.
Because even if that was satire, there's at least a couple of people in the world that actually believe that because they're mentally ill.
Mm-hmm. Another one with a Taylor Swift profile picture said, "You are literally 2 events away from being at a Trump rally." So
it's like 6 degrees of Kevin
How many
Bacon.
degrees of separation are there between the Morgan Wallen concert and the Trump rally? I'm just trying to do the math here.
I mean, I think Morgan Wallen's fan base is mostly female, so it's probably farther than you think.
Oh, they are?
I mean, I assume so.
I mean, it's country music, so I just assumed it was like a little bit more universal than that.
Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I imagine it's women that like Morgan Wallen.
Perhaps. Another one said, anyone who says
I used like a there's like this producer named Sonic Boom that does like cuts where he cuts together like rap and country songs, and I did one of like Polo G and Morgan Wallen for like a section I made recently.
Yeah. Another one said, being friendly with a man who said the N-word is a choice, definitely. Racist and bad music. Please pick a struggle. He's one of the most successful artists in the world.
Definitely one of the most successful to ever come out of like one of those reality singing shows.
Yeah. Wait, what was it again? Which one was it? The Voice?
Yeah.
Or I thought it was like X Factor.
No, I think it was The Voice.
Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, like I just don't think anyone knows or cares about. I
just laugh because this is nobody's.
Past.
This guy is not your enemy. Like in any timeline.
Yeah, speaking of which, we, just last week talked about this, terror attack on a bunch of Taylor Swift's young fans.
The guy who committed this is your enemy.
But now there had to be a huge delay on one of Morgan Wallen's concerts because of a terrorist threat that was made at Kansas City's Arrowhead Stadium.
Yep.
He had a 45-minute delay to his set because of it, but they arrested the man who was going to target the event. They said it was 2 individuals who were members of the Kansas City Chiefs organization. According to court records, the source of the threat was a post on X from an account called Gooey Bag.
Well, you know, when Gooey Bag says something, you listen.
And they made these threats at the concert, which read, Mr. Redacted at Arrowhead with the wife. If he brings out Redacted or Redacted, I'll take the effing shot. The report notes that the 2 intended victims were present at the stadium at the time the message was posted. The concert was delayed until the account's user, Aaron Brown, was identified through information shared with law enforcement by X.
Ooh, X
in
got
real
involved.
Time.
Okay.
It's giving trap.
That's, yeah, it is. And,
but I thought I would mention, because this actually reminded me, the NFL announced recently that they're going to start implementing facial recognition technology at all NFL games. They're using facial recognition software so that they can verify the identity of literally every spectator in the stadium. And I'm sure it will be applied to situations like this as well.
Yep.
Kind of worrying because, you know, obviously we don't want anyone to get hurt and we want to prevent atrocities from happening, but that's always the justification that they use to invade your privacy.
Once the social credit score is fully implemented, then you will just be, look, you want to go watch an NFL game? Well, you said some stuff on the internet that we don't like, so you were being denied entry. I just saw this thing from 2022 where it was like if you had a printer from HP and you had like a subscription service to like have their like cartridges sent to you over and over again, and if like your card expired or you didn't re-up your contract, they like manually disabled your printer.
That's so creepy.
Yeah. They like remotely disabled your printer.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, before you know it, they're going to be remotely disabling your fridge and your central heating system and your air conditioning and locks on your doors and all sorts of things. So get excited.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.